I went to the Kanamara festival in Japan earlier this week. The Kanamara festival, what everyone will think about it, is it's the penis festival, where they carry around big statues of dongs, which is true. Check this guy's face out. Anyway, the Kanamara festival is held at Kanayama Shrine in Kawasaki area, and it is a tiny, tiny shrine. But as you can tell, waiting in this line and seeing the other people going back to try to find the back of this line, quite a few people showed up for it. Far too many people, I think. I had to wait behind this gentleman and his friend and translator for pretty much the entire time, and God was he annoying. But in any case, we'll move on past that. The festival has been around for a really, really long time, since about the Edo period or so, or at least, well, the Edo period's in the early 1600s-ish, and that's when the temple started to be used for praying for protection against venereal diseases and the ability to use one's organs properly and fertility and that kind of thing. So back in that area, back in that time rather, Kawasaki was a really popular city on like a trade route, especially because it's just across the river from the capital. So it was a popular area for tourists and traders to go by and frequent. And with any area that has a lot of tourism, there's going to be a lot of tea houses. And with anywhere there's a lot of tea houses, those are where you're going to get the prostitutes. So you'll be able to catch just quite a few prostitutes in an area like this one, which means that there's going to be a lot of venereal disease as well. So the prostitutes of the area used to come to this shrine to pray for protection against venereal diseases. Makes plenty of sense to me. And the reason that they do that was because of the following two stories. So the first story, the one that's most popular, is that there was a woman who was excessively beautiful, so beautiful that a demon fell in love with her. And because demons are shitbags, it crawled up inside of her vagina and wouldn't leave. And so every time she tried to have sex with her husband, on two separate occasions, the demon bit off the tip of his dick. And it wasn't the greatest, so I wouldn't want the tip of my dick bit off by a demon inside of my wife's vagina either. So after these two times where it emasculated her husband, she went to the blacksmiths, who are the ones for whom this shrine was built, actually, and said, "Hey, got a demon in my cooter, do you want to help me out?" And they said, "Yeah, we got you." And they made a gigantic metal dildo, which, I mean, this is not the one that I'm talking about, this pink thing, or the black one next to it. These are statues that are made specifically for the omikoshi carrying later. But you'll see the actual statue. In any case, they made this metal dildo for her, and they were like, "I think you know what to do with this." So she went home and made use of it, and the demon, thinking that it was her husband's penis again, bit into it with his teeth, and because it was metal, broke all of his teeth on the tip of it. So, defeated, it vacated her body and fucked off. And then she was able to be a normal person and have sex like a wife should at that point again. So it became the place to go to pray for the ability to use one's reproductive organs in an appropriate and healthy way. You can tell there's just so many people here. So many people. Like, this is the temple grounds that we're in right now. And God, there's a lot of people in there. Anyway, the second story about it, this, by the way, is where the procession started. So they're going to start carrying the omikoshi down the street. But anyway, so the second story is that there was a Japanese goddess who was pregnant and gave birth to a fire demon. And because she gave birth to a demon, it wrecked her all kinds of, like, different ways, and because that was a demon of fire, it caused even more damage and pain and things. But the spirits of the blacksmiths of Kanayama Shrine were able to heal her and make her not sick or dead anymore, so she had her vagina back in working order. Thanks to the magic, of the blacksmiths, Why the blacksmiths know how to heal damaged vaginas of goddesses, I'm still not sure, but this is old Japanese mythology. Stop asking questions. Anyway, so that is the set of stories as to why Kanayama Shrine is no longer a shrine dedicated to blacksmiths, but instead dedicated to sexual organs. One of the things that ticks me off the most about this festival is how much people just fundamentally misunderstand what it stands for. I saw a group of ladies that were wearing essentially like bachelorette party things from Spencer's. Like at this festival you can buy like candy penises and vegetables cut into suggestive shapes and that sort of thing, t-shirts with like women on them and all that. But like they came out as though it were a bachelorette party, like they were wearing a vibrator around their neck and swinging like a magic wand on the end of a cord and that kind of thing. And as they walked past me, all 5 of them, who were definitely either American or Australian, I couldn't quite tell, one of them was like, yeah, I'm really surprised that we're the only ones dressed up like this. And I was in my head, because of course I didn't want to talk to them, I was like, yeah, no, the reason is because you fundamentally misunderstood what this festival is about and made concise fools of yourselves, because now everyone sees you wearing these things. So, the festival itself is not just about, like, woo, having sex, though that is a part of why it's important. It is not the sole reason for the festival's existence. The festival is actually promoting sexual health. So fertility is part of sexual health. The lack of venereal diseases is part of sexual health. The festival today, actually, all of the funds that, well, I don't know if it's all, but a lot of the funds that are raised for it are used to bring awareness to STDs and to combat HIV. It's a fantastic festival for sexual health and sex positivity, but it's not just about boning. This third omikoshi here actually is a replica of the penis that was apparently made for the lady with a demon in her cooch. You can see that this one is carried by a lot of women and led by a woman caller as well. I suppose that makes sense.